Hello students, today our topic is states of matter. We will distinguish between the states of matter. You know very well that matter is classified into the five states: solid, liquid, gases, Bose-Einstein, steam, condensate, plasma. But here now we will discuss only three states, and last two states we will discuss in the next video. See here, first state of the matter is solid. Second is first is solid. Second is liquid, and third is gas. Solid, liquid, and gas. So we will discuss the characteristics or the properties of the states written on the board. One by one we will discuss all the states. See here, first state of the matter is solid. First one is the solid's shape. We will discuss about the shape of solids. We will discuss about the shapes of solid. You know very well that solids have fixed shape. Solids have fixed shape. The shape of the solid not changes. Whether it is kept in any big container, small container, the shape of the solid is fixed. But the shape of the liquid is not fixed. It changes. If we keep any liquid in the glass, it will take the shape of the glass. If we keep any liquid in the jug, it will take the shape of the jug. So we can say that the shape of liquid is not fixed, and the shape of the gas is also not fixed. Shape of the gas is also not fixed. So here first point is that the shape of the solid is fixed, shape of the liquid is not fixed, and shape of the gas is also not fixed. Second thing is their volume. Second thing we will discuss here about the volume. You know very well that the shape of the solid is fixed. The liquid is also fixed. So we can say that the liquid of a volume is fixed because length, breadth, height of a solid is same. So the volume of the solid is also fixed. But the volume of liquid, what you can say here, fixed or not? It is fixed. Volume of liquid is fixed. How? For example, we are having 1 liter liquid. We have kept it in a small container. Here also we have 1 liter same liquid. We have kept in a big container. Volume will change. Here also 1 liter. Here also 1 liter. So we can say that the volume of a liquid is fixed. The volume of a liquid is fixed. In the similar way, what is about the volume of gases? What is about the volume of gases? The volume of gases is not fixed. For example, we are having 1 kilogram gas. We have kept in a small container. It occupied all the volume available for it. And when we are having big container, we have kept same gas in the 1 kilogram gas in the big container. Here also it occupied all the available volume. So here the volume of the gas is equal to the small container, and here the volume of same gas is equal to the large container. So we can say that the volume of gas is not fixed. It occupies all the available spaces. It occupies all the available space. So this is the second point. Third point is there intermolecular space. Third point is there intermolecular space. So what is the intermolecular space? I will draw the arrangement of the molecules of the solids. You can observe the arrangement of the molecules of these states. So what is your observation here? The particles of solids are very tightly packed. So if they are very tightly packed, they are having very less intermolecular space. Intermolecular space means the space between the molecules, the space between the particles, that is called intermolecular space. They are very tightly packed, so we can say that intermolecular space between the particles of solids are very less. And here they are having space between them, so we can say that they are having a large space between their particles. So here they are very loosely packed, so we can say that they are having a very large intermolecular space. So what we can say, the particles of gases have very large intermolecular space. Second, these are the three properties that I have told you. Fourth property is there. Fourth property is there, intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attraction. What is intermolecular force of attraction? Intermolecular force of attraction क्या होता है? Listen carefully. See here, the particles are very closely packed. If the particles are very closely packed, they have strong intermolecular force of attraction. Means they are very tightly packed, then they are having strong attraction. So we can say that they have very strong intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attraction means attraction between the particles. Intermolecular force of attraction means attraction between the particles. They have very strong intermolecular force of attraction. They have weak intermolecular force of attraction because particles are loosely packed. And here what you will say, they have very weak intermolecular force of attraction because particles are very loosely packed. The particles are very loosely packed. So now I will tell you about the fifth property. Fifth property is there, hardness, or you can say that rigidness. Solids are rigid, or you can say that solids are hard. Liquids are not hard. Gases are also not hard. You know very well, solids are rigid, liquids are not rigid, and gases are also not rigid. Rigid means hardness. Clear? These are the 5 points, and sixth point is there. You can write these points, then I will tell the sixth point. Sixth point is there, density. What is density? Hardness, or it is also known as mass per unit volume. Like for example, we are having two things. One is iron and one is wood. Which of the both is more hard? Iron is more hard, so iron is having more density. Or for example, we are having two things. One is iron and one is water. Which of the both having more density? Iron, obviously. The thing which is having more mass in particular volume, that is having more density. जिस चीज का वो मास थोड़े से वॉल्यूम के अंदर ज्यादा हो, तो you can say that the thing which is very hard, that is having more density. So what is the conclusion here? Solids having high density, liquids having less density, or you can say that low density, and gases having very low density. So these are the 6 points that I have told you here. You can write these points. Now seventh point I will tell you here, compressibility. Seventh point is compressibility. What is the meaning of compressibility? Compressibility means, you know very well that if we push the solids, then they will not compress because they are not having any kind of space between their particles. If we compress the gas, the particles of the gas will come close to each other, so gases can compress, and here also space is less. You can say that as compared to the gases, the liquids are also not compressible. So remember one thing, that solids are not compressible, liquids are not compressible, and gases are compressible. You can say that solids are not compressible. compressible, liquids are not compressible, but gases are compressible because gases have large intermolecular space, or you can say that very large intermolecular space between their particles. That's why gases are compressible. So these are the 7 points that I have told you. And one more point you can also write here, that is fluidity. Fluidity means things which can flow. The things which can flow, that are known as fluid. The things which can flow, that are known as fluid. See here, fluid. Solids, not flows. Liquid, flows. Gases also flows. So this is known as fluidity. This is known as fluidity, means the things which can flow. Like water can flow, it comes in the category of liquids. Gases, air can flow, it comes like air comes in the category of gases. The things which can flow, that are known as fluid. So liquid and gases are fluid, but the solids are not fluid. So these are the 8 points that you have to remember. Any 5 of them that you think easy, that you can remember. So these are the points to distinguish between solid, liquid and gases. So next thing is there, we will discuss about the rate of diffusion. What is the rate of diffusion? What is the rate of diffusion? I have told you in the previous video about the diffusion. I have told you in the previous video about the diffusion. What is diffusion? Spreading and mixing of one substance with the another. Spreading and mixing of one substance with the another, that is called diffusion. For example, if we spray perfume in the room, its fragrance will spread into the room. So that is called spreading and mixing of one substance is perfume and second substance is air. The spreading and mixing of one substance into another, that is called diffusion. So you can say that the rate of diffusion is fastest or is maximum in the gases, liquids and then solids. सबसे फास्ट जो डिफ्यूजन होता है, that take place in the gases, then in the liquid, then in the solids. So the speed of diffusion is fastest in the gases, and then medium in the liquids, and very slow in the solids. I will give you the examples. See here, when I spray perfume, that I have told you diffusion in the gases, and when I put the drop of ink in the water, so ink will spread into the water, that is diffusion in the liquids. It takes time, but perfume spread very fastly in the air. So you can say that the diffusion of gases is fastest than the liquids. So one more example of the solids, you take the 2 chalks and keep this together like this for the 1 or 2 months. After that, what you will see, they will stick to each other. Keep 2 chalks close to each other for 2 or 3 months. After that, what you will see, they will stick somewhat. थोड़ा सा आपस के अंदर स्टिक कर जाएंगे. इसका मतलब क्या, diffusion in the solids, so it is very slow. So you can say that diffusion is very fast in the gases and very slow in the solids and medium in the liquids. So this is about the rate of diffusion. So you can write this in your notebook, and you can make the notes also side by side. So if you will make the notes, it will be very easy for you to remember these things. And don't forget to subscribe the channel, students. See here, about the change in state of matter. Change in state of matter. You can change the state of matter. How you can change the state of matter? Like solid, liquid, and then gas. if you heat the solid, if you heat the solid, solid will convert into the liquid. If you heat the liquid, liquid will convert into the gas. Clear? If you cool the liquid, then it will convert into the solid. If you cool the gas, then it will convert into the liquid. So you can say that we can change the state of matter by heating. We can change the state of matter by heating or cooling. We can change the state of matter by heating or cooling. Remember this thing. If this question can come, then you can write that we can change the state of matter by heating or cooling. So now remember these things. Now in the next video we will discuss about the states, different processes by which state changes. Evaporation, melting, boiling, freezing, condensation, sublimation. All these processes we will discuss in the next video, that how the state of matter changes. How the state of matter changes. You can also write in place of solid ice, in place of liquid you can write water, in place of gas you can write water vapor. So ice changes into the water on heating and water changes into the ice on cooling. Water changes into the water vapor on heating and water vapor changing into the water by cooling. So these you can say that the matter can be changed from one state to the another state, means the states of matter are interchangeable. The states of matter are interchangeable. So students, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks students.